Hello and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder, and today is Monday. How are you guys doing in the Poison Gem Cup? I am, for the first time in a while, am not going to hit top 300. Like I said before, I just wasn't, I just wasn't feeling it. I'm sure I could have done a lot better than I've done. I've seen many of you have posted screenshots of hitting those invincible trophies. I think I made one push towards it. I got to 9, maybe I got to 8, and the rest of them have been like 2 wins and a loss. Haven't really even tried to put together a super strong deck. I've just kind of been running with whatever. I think I've played like 12 to 15 different decks in the gym, and just haven't been interested in playing more poison. I hate poison decks. They're not overly difficult to play against. They're just annoying, and the Gengar being 3 MP, it just, at the end of the day, I just don't feel like putting the mental strength into figuring out how to play a poison deck. And then as I say that, here I am trying to run this deck in League, and this is kind of maybe a new age poison deck. What I've got here is I've got my 2 Nihiligos, and I will say, don't run them. They're an extreme liability at this point with no other of the Ultra Beasts available to supplement some of their power. They're not overly strong, and what I end up finding that happens is I don't want to attack with them. So in essence, even when they're on the board, I'm still down 2 figures, if that makes sense. But trying to figure out a way to make this work in the interim, I've got the 2 Nihiligos. I've got Gengar, because Nihiligos can poison. I've got Gengar for that reason. No Mega Gengar. Just don't want to use the plate spot. I have Tapu Lele, which is an interesting play here, and I'll get into that in just a second. I have my Solgaleo, and I have my Lunala. And how Tapu Lele fits into this, and I know I don't have a runner, but the way Lele fits into this is A, it blocks Coco, which at this point in the game, you've got to have, until they figure out a way to nerf Tapu Koko, you've got to have a fairy type in your deck to stop Coco from rushing. But Lele also is going to give Lunala on my attacks a 1-star boost. So now my Moongeist Beam goes up to 3-star, my Will-O-Wisp goes up to 2 stars. So that's very beneficial. Also, all these figures except for Gengar can status a figure. And if you have a status condition, if Tapu Lele rolls its purple into you, then you are actually knocked out. So it seems on paper it's a well-rounded deck. It is missing some gold, although Tapu Lele on your attack within 2 steps, gold moves from your opponent and yourself go away. So hopefully negate that just a little bit. Let's jump into a couple of league matches and we'll just see if it works. Now I will, spoiler alert, I did take one of my Nihiligos and make it level 10. I put it all into the blue. So if you're asking, on these figures, they're both up to level 5. One's level 5, one's level 10. I went all blue. The reason being, and for me, I hate the blues. Like, I hate blue attacks. I despise the blue attacks. But for me, these figures are defensive. And I'm hoping that as other of the Ultra Beasts come out, that they're more offensive-minded figures. But to me, these are defensive-minded figures. They're weak. Now, this ought to be fun. They're weak, but they have ginormous blues and then a weight 6 purple. To me, that just kind of says a defensive figure. So let's we're going to get behind the 8-ball just a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and use my Metal Sphere first. And I can't believe people are still running Dio in this day and age. I guess they're running Dio with Skirt Birdie, and that's going to make it okay to run. We are going to open up with Leo. I figured that. We're going to have to do most of our attacking with Leo and Lunala because he can't switch out of those. I'm sure that nope. But he's got the Skirt Birdie, so he's going to be doing really high damage. Not too sure how we're going to play this. There's the difference in the two wheels. This one's my goalie. I'm just going to plop him down on goal. I guess I could have gone in attack there. I could attack his DOA. With my luck, he'll roll Dimensional Slip. See? I'm telling you. That may have been a bad time to even attack DOA at that point. But wait 2 is not terrible. And then I'm just going to come out here with Gengar because of the mobility. Typically what I would want to do with this deck is leave a Nihilego and my Gengar back. And then when I have a status, when I poison with my Nihilego, hop over with Gengar. That would be the ideal way for me to use this deck. But I think it's funny that people refuse to let go of the Dio decks. I'm surprised that this opponent is 3,800. Simply because Cosmo decks just are not that great. Even with Skirt Birdie, they're not what they once were, and I guess people just can't let go of the past. Hurdle Jump, Max Revive. I'm gonna back up my Leo on my next turn unless he Hurdle Jumps over me. Actually, I'm not. I'm actually just gonna bring Lunala over here, and then we will slide Nihilego over to my goal. We're going to do that real quick. My guess is he'll bring Lunala down. Okay. And in that case, I'm going to take my Gengar and hop over. Now he'll probably use either of his Deoxys attacks forms, probably this one. Probably step back with it and then attack my Gengar. I guess his other option would be he could Hurdle Jump Lunala back over here. But he's definitely not going to give me the free surround. Yep, and that's what he's going to do. I did not see the free surround coming on. I'm actually trying to sacrifice my Leo at this point because I would rather knock him out with Sunsteel Strike. And I don't know why he would respin that. That was dumb. I would rather recycle my Sunsteel Strike or his Pokemon and burn his Max Revive plate. And of course that's not going to work. But we're going to go again. Huh. Well, that worked out better than expected. But that's what I wanted. I just wanted to, well, and I still could re-roll a miss here. So we have to hold our breath. I don't know what is taking my opponent so long to make plays. Cool. So he is most likely going to have to burn his max revive here. Nope. Okay. So I will take this opportunity to take over his entry point. And the reason why I did that over hopping my Lunala over is because I want the opportunity to surround his DOA if somehow, some way I survive this roll, if I just get burned, which isn't going to happen, but it's also going to send him back to the PC as well. He's probably going to respin, trying to get Moongeist Beam would be my guess. Nope. Okay. I will press forward here, again, threatening to surround his defense form. He's got a max revive at this point, I would think. Although I've been wrong before. If I do lose my Lunala on this next play, which I did not, so I'm going to take out his defense form. My whole goal right now is get him to burn his max revive. And it doesn't seem that he really cares about that. So what we're gonna do is we're actually going to bring out our Leo and let's see. Okay, so we got him burned. He's not going to re-roll me here because he doesn't want to get sent to the PC. I would have rather knocked it. What I was trying to do is knock him out. But being burned before going up against my Nihilego is fine. Okay. So then we will attack here. It's not what we wanted. Not what we wanted at all. My guess is he'll press down with his DOA. That would just be my guess. So we will come here with Gengar. Probably entry point over here. That would be my best guess. A very slow moving opponent. For sure. Very, very slow moving opponent. And yes, I know that he can just slide over here and take out my Gengar, and that's fine. Because then he will be there, and I will be able to get my Solgaleo out on the board. And I still never made him use his max revive until now, which is disappointing. Very disappointing, actually. And at this point, I'd rather have Leo on the board than Gengar. So he's not taking the bait of taking my Gengar off the board. But that was what we were going for there. And since he's doing that, I imagine that... Okay. That works out well for me. Because he already used his hurdle jump. And I get to my Leo out on the board. That was a great trade for me. I'm going to go right there. He's going to move his speed form to one off of my goal. Or not. So he'll take his defense form back over here. At which time I will slide my Gengar over there. Goes with the X speed option. If he knocks out my figure, I need to roll a blue, because if he knocks out my figure, then that's good game. But I rolled my blue, so I'm going to be able to surround him. He will be able to take over my second entry point with his... God, that'd have been great to roll. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. And we need to take out this speed form. Can't get over how slow my opponent is playing. Take another whack at this. Perfect. So he's used up his max revive. He's used up his hurdle jump. All he has left is a double chance. I'm gonna start... I think we have to go after the Skirt Birdie. I think that is what we need to do. Bring Leo up here for some reinforcements. We're not going to attack Skirt Birdie with Solgaleo. That is for sure. What we are going to do is we've got a double chance here. I don't believe this Nihilego has taken on a battle, which means I should still have a gold, and that's the only reason why I'm double chancing here. And he rolls the Roost. Very sad about that one. I almost wonder at this point if it's worth trying to stall out my opponent. Back up here. And I'm going to back up here because even though he's going to out damage me, actually he can't move. So this DOA can't out damage me. I might take my Nihilego, cover up my entry point, or his entry point, and then since he can't switch out of that, and I can out damage him, or just knock him out, I guess that works as well. I would have preferred to straight knock him out instead of Sunsteel Strike knock him out. But I guess either way. Move Gengar back over here. The reason why I did that is because if Nihilego poisons, I want to be able to hop over. And I do have my Moongeist Beam. I'm going to let him do the attacking here. Only a minute left. I will say that the new meta seems to have settled in to run Lunala, DOA, and Skirt Birdie. That seems to be the meta at this point. That was a very nice roll of Moongeist Beam for me. Perfect. That worked out really well. You can go away now. I will move up here. Not sure what he's going to do with his speed form. He might just abandon ship and go and try to YOLO with... Okay. He might try to YOLO with his DOA, but he decided not to. It's a great roll getting him to land miss. I wonder if he was going to step Skirt Birdie out one and attack, trying to go for the confuse. At some point, he's going to try to YOLO with his DOA. I have no doubt about that. And here it is. If we can save 1 or 2 rolls here, that would be ideal. Ooh, a slip. Perfect. This could work out better than even expected. As long as I don't roll blue, and as you can see, my blue is ginormous, so... Not too shocked by that at all. Now, if we roll poison into his figure and give him weight 6, I think I can get my Gengar over to hop over him. But let's see what he wants to do, because now I'm going to control, even though I'm getting knocked out, I control his DOA. That's how this should work. Yes, it does work. And so with that in mind, I'm just going to leave his DOA right there. And he's going to have to attack with... I don't know what he does, to tell you the truth. I don't know if GK knows what the white tentacle does, but now I control movement of his figure, and he was probably like, wait, why did he just run away from his goal? And as long as I don't get counter into white... Oh. Man. We can put a lot of pressure on. This should be game at this point. I mean, he has 15 seconds. He's going to have to... You know what I could have done? It would have been super risky. Oh, I could have taken my Nihilego and gone over here and attacked Skirt Birdie with a double chance. If I'd rolled blue, it would called my other Nihilego back, and I'd gotten the double surround and taken out all of his figures. He has to win this roll, not just go neutral, and he does not. And that is going to be a very, very nice victory. I know I said I was going to do a couple games, but that one took so long that we are just going to cut it. And that was a good win, I'm not going to lie. Just once again showing I got some fortunate rolls there, but it also just shows that the Cosmo decks are just fighting an uphill battle at this point. There's so much out there that can counter them, even if you run the Skirt Birdie. And like I said before, the new meta appears to be the Skirt Bird and Lunala and DOA mostly. Sometimes they will run Leo in there, but because Leo will get sent back to the bench on Sunstrike if it loses, not as much. But for now, that seems to be the way it is. And it's more diverse than that. You'll have some poison decks. It's weird that electric decks have kind of just fallen off to the side. I don't see just a whole lot of Coco Zap combinations right now. I do see a lot of the Coco Gengar Rush for sure. And then, like I said, with the Skirt Birdies. So that is going to wrap up this Monday video. My tournament is underway. If you did sign up, make sure you check out Discord for the tournament bracket. And the Gym Cup ends later on today, I believe. And let me know in the comments below, what deck did you run that you had the most success with? Did you get that invincibility trophy? And did you like playing the Poison Gym Cup round 2? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time.